first day of meteorological spring, and we're here at RSPB Frampton Marsh. I'm here with Simon Watts of Wild Presentations today, and he's been kind enough to provide me with this B-roll footage as he's here shooting Nature Notebook behind the scenes, which will be the subject of his next vlog, which will be out on the 8th of March. For anyone who hasn't checked out Simon's channel yet, I really recommend that you do. His weekly vlogs contain not only top-notch wildlife films, but also informative filmmaking tips and techniques. If you enjoy my channel, I guarantee you'll enjoy Simon's, so please check it out and subscribe, and there's a link below. Okay, it may be the first day of meteorological spring, but we're suffering the tail end of yet another storm, this time Storm Jorge, as christened by the Spanish Met Office. We're battling against 60-mile-an-hour gusts, and it's freezing, but it's good to be out filming again. And from the reed bed hide we see avocet and oyster catcher, our first of the year. And a stunning male goldeneye rides the choppy water, repeatedly diving under just as I get him in frame. And you never quite know where they're going to surface. There's also a female out there, and she's more obliging, staying on the surface for longer, but then eventually diving under. Suddenly, a huge mass of golden plover take to the air, spooked by a real or imaginary predator. There is a peregrine about, but I can also imagine they'd be easily spooked on a windy day like today. And as we leave the reed bed hide, the sky above us is filled with thousands of golden plover. And a few lapwing, just for good measure. Looking out from the 360-degree hide, the scrape looks pretty birdless, but then our attention is drawn to a huge flock of brent geese that rise up above the bank that overlooks the wash. But then the scrape is no longer birdless as a small flock of waders and plovers fly in. They look like mainly dunlin, ring plover, and maybe one or two knot. There are not huge amounts of birds on the scrape, maybe something to do with the ditch digging that's been going on that you can see behind the Canada geese there, but it's obviously essential work. Despite the best efforts of Storm Jorge, there's a few people braving the elements, and we're joined by yet another species of wader, this time redshank. And then we see this small bird on one of the islands. At first I thought it was a skylark, but closer inspection reveals a meadow pipit. From the side of the 360-degree hide that faces directly into the gusting wind, we see a small flock of black-tailed godwit busily feeding on one of the islands. Apart from the goldeneye earlier, we hadn't seen many ducks here today, but then we see feeding male teal, the plumage showing well in the bright winter sunshine. And a little further out on the scrape, 3 or 4 shell duck. And then a distant bird of prey appears. It was generally thought at first that it was a merlin, but it's actually a sparrowhawk. The morning wears on, and a few of the thousands of brent geese descend to spend some time on the scrape, and a few lapwing hunker down against the freezing wind. Earlier we'd seen distant widgeon, but now this pair come a little closer to feed. And then 3 of Europe's biggest wader visit the scrape, their curlew. And that's almost it from here at Frampton Marsh on this cold, windy first day of spring. It's nice to be out and about again, and I'll leave you with some music and a final look but the thousands of golden plover. I'll see you next time.